It's that time of the week where we like to check in on what the weather has in store for us. Heat, and more heat. But obviously, I'm not qualified to say so. However, the Kernow Weather Team are Dave and Jane. Dave and Jane joins us live now. If I can get my words together. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hiya, good afternoon.
I'm doing well. I very much recognise that photo behind you there, Dave. Is that when we had a little trip to the farm the other day?
It was, yeah. Most definitely.
That is a very sneaky shot you got in there. Well played. I'll have to watch out for you next time. Well done. How are you doing over there, Jane? Looking very sunny and wearing very weather-appropriate clothing, I must say, unlike myself in jeans.
This is cool, thank goodness. It is very, very hot.
I don't blame you.
It's about 22 degrees, which doesn't sound hot, but we've got clean air, we've got no clouds, we've got no fog, and we've got the sea reflecting all the heat from the sea. And then, of course, underneath we're all granite, and it soaks up the heat during the day and boots it out of the ground. You can't walk on the ground even if you're not in the sun this weather.
Absolutely crazy stuff.
There's some tarmac been melting on people's tyres, I think over Helston Way today.
Yeah. If you've got, I've noticed that over the years myself, let alone this year, if there's fresher tarmac that's been laid, it's just melting and they have to close roads off because of it. Be very interesting actually to see on my way home. I'll have to be very careful about that. Last thing I want is some stony tyres or, I don't know, be some interesting driving, I'll say that much. Dave, can I start off with you? Have we had enough of this heat wave? Is the rain coming back? I'm not going to say I miss it because it is lovely to have the summer.
No.
But can you tell us more?
No rain. Just not on Saturday and Sunday. Just no rain.
You're going to be all right today. You're going to be all right Thursday. Friday is the day where it's going to change. Friday afternoon, you've got a low pressure pushing in. So Friday evening, you're going to get a lot of rain. And it's going to go into Saturday morning. Then Saturday is going to be some heavy showers. And again on Sunday and possibly Monday as well.
Oh, this is gutting news for Matthew here. I feel so bad. Every time you mention something that's going on all weekend, the weather goes, nope, rain in that one.
No. It's been all right, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about you? Because every time we had the running, it was just like,
No,
we got the... It was
all
all right.
Yeah, it was fine.
Maybe it's just when I'm around then.
That was only about 2 or 3 days.
But it's whenever I'm around. I'm a curse. I swear I'm a curse. We'll
survive.
But it still go on though, won't
yes,
it?
it'll be nicer because it's cooler and safer.
Yeah, rain or shine. Will it be sunny regardless? Will there be any sunny spells coming through at all?
Yeah, there'll be quite a bit over the weekend. And there'll be on and off showers. But the showers could be quite thundering heavy, so it's not too bad.
So if we take a positive spin on this, they're little cooling off showers.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Lovely job. That's how I'm going to go about that one. I believe we've got a lovely webcam here to look at of Mevagissey. Let's have a quick look at this one. Oh, look at that. Absolutely
I think their
beautiful.
temperatures are about 25, 26 degrees there at the minute.
Oh, flipping heck, that's crazy. I remember the other day, I think Nathan, obviously behind the scenes here, I was having a chat with him as he was leaving, and his car was registering something like 34 degrees. I don't know if that was an internal one, but bless him, he has a metal gear stick. So Nathan, how you were changing gears? It's beyond me, mate.
No.
But yeah, absolutely lovely. We had, did we have Senan on today? I think we had Senan on earlier on. This is looking lovely down at Mevagissey. The beautiful, beautiful warm weather. Take care, folks, but do enjoy it as well. Obviously, with the nice, I'm going on a bit too far here. Well, the last 5 days have felt obviously unnaturally warm, and the Met Office has issued their first ever amber weather warning for the heat for the southwest of England, and I believe for Britain. I would like to confirm that one. So what's going on? What's causing this?
You've got a high pressure from the Azores. That's the easiest way of explaining it. And it's pulling up a lot of heat from the continent at the minute. And why it's doing it, pulling it up, the temperature's going to stay hot, really warm. And the reason why we've got it more is because we've got really high evening and nighttime temperatures where they're still sitting between 17 and 21 degrees at night. And in daytime, they're peaking 31 degrees. So that's one of the biggest reasons they put it up. And it's more for health reasons as well.
Of course.
Yeah. The other thing over here too is the humidity goes away during the day and it comes back overnight. So we get a bit of fog overnight, but it all clears as soon as the sun comes up in the morning. So it's before we're all awake. If you wake up in the night, you see it's foggy.
Absolutely crazy.
It clears away during the day.
I must
humid
admit,
during the day.
I've been finding myself doing things more in the evening now because it's just like it's too much in the day. It's too dry, like you said. And when you get that humidity coming back, it's like, oh, actually, I can sort of feel myself through the heat a little bit. It's cooling down. I can get on with things. Have you been finding that a little bit, doing things in the evening at all? Or are you just ploughing through?
Yes.
Just ploughing through, regardless, just getting on like mad.
Yeah, 12-hour, 13-hour days. It's just like, oh, nice and sleep. We've got like these lovely blackout windows, blackout blinds at home,
yeah.
and it means that we can just close off the entire room or couple of rooms off to the sun. And by the time it's the evening, it's nice and cool. No aircon, so it's just like, oh.
Oh yeah, we have all the windows
Got everything
open.
open, let the air through. Everything
Yeah.
open, the doors open, everything.
See, we do the same. We have the windows open, we have the door open, but then we do the same. We draw the curtains, we lower the blinds because that heat and the sun coming in through the windows, as lovely as it is, it's too much. We're just
not used to it, are we?
No, not
Just
at all.
not used to it.
I have been rubbing sun
Don't
cream
worry,
on
back to the
constantly.
weekend.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
temperatures are going to cool down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Jane, I hear the Isles of Scilly always seem to have things a little bit better than we do, weather-wise. How are things holding up for you guys in the heat?
It is very, very hot, but we've got a nice little breeze with it as well. So it's quite southeasterly breeze, quite pleasant. Not strong or anything like that, but it is nice when you're in it.
I can imagine.
So if you get in the shade breeze, it's quite pleasant.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I'm in the shade here now, which is quite nice. Matthew, I feel so bad for you. I've just noticed how the sun is just beaming down on you now. You've sort of been dragged out into
Melting
it.
against the leather sea.
I believe we've got another webcam here. This is St Mary's Harbour over on the Isles of Scilly. Let's have a quick look.
Yeah.
There we go. Come to recognise that one now. Ooh, lots of boats there today, actually.
Yeah, I mean, there are. That's all the local boats there. And the Solonian, of course. If you look forward from the Solonian, about where the funnel is, you'll see there's a sort of flat platform with attached to a mooring.
Yeah.
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 That's the Walrus's new bed. They made it bigger yesterday for him.
Oh, lovely. Has he been seen? I haven't heard much news about him lately.
Oh, he's around. Yeah, he's around. He was on the. He's got the bed. I'm sure he's grown because the bed he was on, the platform they made for him, was ending up a bit small. So he went on the other pontoon the other day. He stopped sinking boats, thank goodness, at the moment. So he's now got he's got one pontoon he can go on if he wants to that has boats moored to it, or he's got the one that they purpose built for him. But they took that up yesterday and made it bigger because he was sort of overhanging it.
Sounds like you've got a permanent resident in that one now. He's found his home and now he's going to feed up a little bit.
He was out fishing this morning, so I don't know where he is now, whether he's back in the harbour or not.
Thinking about why the walrus might be here, am I right in thinking or seeing that something like Siberia was like something like 44, 45, or even 48 degrees? Wow.
Yeah, but he left the Arctic way back because he was in
later.
Ireland, seen Ireland first. Then he went to Wales, and that was about March time. And since then, he's been down to Spain, back up through France, and over to here. So I think he's going in the right direction now, but he's got to feed up before he goes because it's a long way.
He's been having a whale of a time, excuse the pun. But it's lovely to know that he's no longer sinking the boats and causing so much trouble. Lovely when you get like a little mutual sort of arrangement like that. I believe you've got...
We've had the Wildlife Trust got experts in to say what they could do to stop him doing that. And the idea they had was building this platform, and he loves it. He's quite happy on it.
Well done. Only they keep them there over there. I believe you've got some photos for us, Jane. Could you talk us through them, please?
Oh, there he is. That's the platform before they made it bigger. You can see why they made it bigger.
Yeah, look at him. Lovely. He's happy with her, isn't he?
He's quite big. They reckon he weighs over a ton. Now, that's on the eastern side of St Mary's. It's Palistry. Beautiful little bay with an island there called Tolls Island. Lovely beach.
I love how the sand comes to that like almost perfect point.
Mm.
Yeah, well, that you can walk out to that island when the tide's out, but the tide was in. That was a friend of mine took this one. It's absolutely beautiful up there.
That really is, actually. I like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's one of our local photographers. She calls herself Barefoot Photographer, Nikki. And she took that round the back of Briar the other day. That's an island. And it was before sunset. So basically, it was straight into the sun, which is where you got the effect. But, I mean, she is a professional photographer. She
That's
knows what she's doing.
amazing. You know what?
Yeah.
I used to draw. I don't know if you remember as a child. You draw suns with like the lines coming out of it. I've always looked back and thought that was so silly. Wrong.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's
Oh.
there.
That was. You see what I mean about the fog coming in at night?
Yeah,
that was
absolutely.
taken. It's Sam who runs Toots Taxi here, who used to be part of the weather team, but she ran out of time to do it. And she comes from Briar, so she's got contacts on Briar, and they were out in their boat and took that one. It's absolutely beautiful. I love that one.
You always come to us with such lovely images. Thank you very much, obviously, to yourself and all the people who have sent these in. Dave, I believe you've also been keeping an eye on what others have been capturing and sent us some interesting stuff too. Can we have a look at that? Oh my goodness me.
This is in Austria, this one. Over the last week, they've had so much rainfall. I think Austria had nearly 200 mils in a few hours. But because it was raining high in the mountains, then it was running down, and this was lower down.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is Germany.
We've heard about this, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember which one's what, but one's Belgium and one's Germany. They both had the same. They had like 3 months worth of rain in 24 hours. It's like 260 mils of rain in a matter of hours. And it just burst the banks and just flooded.
Awful. It's people homeless, people dead, all sorts of awful.
Yeah. This is another one. I think this is Germany, this one. Just taking cars. It's just the power of the water. Yeah. It's the power of the water.
Yeah, I think it's gone off further east and causing more floods, isn't it? Further east now.
Yeah, I think Hungary's had it. Slovakia's had it.
Still going.
Yeah, and it's the same weather system. This is right near Chiverton Roundabout. We got sent this in. And it's like a dust devil or wild willy or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, somebody actually captured it.
That's incredible. Would it be safe to go near that, or?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fine.
I'll protect my eyes though with all that lot flying around.
Yeah,
oh, blimey, yeah.
Probably sting a little bit, but it'll be alright. It won't really hurt it sting.
Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant. So, Dave, could you give us an insight into things to come for the remainder of the week? Honestly, all I have is jeans at the moment. Is it about time I got myself some shorts?
Yes, I would really get yourself some shorts. Even though the temperature's going to cool off, it's still going to be 20, 21 degrees on an average across Cornwall. At the minute here in the Luggan, it's 26 degrees. And mid-Cornwall, I just had a look, it's showing 30, 31 degrees. So, yeah, I would really get yourself some shorts.
Wow.
Now,
when you're... Watch your legs if you haven't bared them for years.
Yeah, they will burn rather quickly.
Taking the temperature of the air, it's in the shade, is that right?
That's it. Yeah, it's in the shade.
Yeah, absolutely. So what happens when you're in direct sunlight? How far does that temperature go up?
I was looking on our weather station earlier on, and we get solar temperature, which is your heat, what comes off, and that was showing 37, 38 today.
Yeah. I'd say a good 10 degrees, wouldn't you, when it's sunny?
Yeah.
Or in the sun.
So when we give temperatures out, it's done in the shade. It's like when you jump in your car and you see your temperature saying 37, 38, that's because it's in direct sunlight. And ours is in the shade, but solar temperatures, it's like 38, 39s.
So those car temperature gauges are pretty spot on for where it is. Yeah.
I never knew that. That was the shaded version. That's made me see the weather with in a whole new light. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Because you don't get the sunshine. It's depends on the time of year too, because we're not far past midsummer, so the sun's obviously high in the northern hemisphere, so it's hotter. It's got more strength to it now than it has in the autumn or the spring.
Flippin' heck. Blimey, that was a lovely little tidbit there. Fact, that's terrifying. Okay. I mean, it's awesome, but it's also terrifying. I'm definitely going to be buying some shorts. Thank you for that, Dave.
And sun cream.
And oh my goodness, going through like this tomorrow. Yeah. James, same with you. What's the situation for you guys, coming up over the week over in the Isles Scilly?
Very similar to Cornwall, I think. We're all right today, tomorrow, and probably for Thursday as well, and a little bit of Friday. But as Dave says, we've got rain coming in Friday evening into Saturday. I think it'll be overnight mainly here, and I think possibly it might leave here for Saturday or Sunday, not leave us with many showers, just the odd one, I think, in the morning, Saturday and Sunday. But it looks like we'll get some rain overnight, and we need it. We need some rain now.
I suppose the land needs it a little bit as well, just to help recover a little bit and keep going.
Yeah.
But fingers crossed, it ain't too much. You know, just a little sprinkling. I think would be lovely, wouldn't it?
A nice soaking over the night. How does that sound?
That sounds perfect.
Yes, that would be brilliant.
Over the weekend, it'll turn a little bit cooler. But again, as Dave said, only down 2021. It won't be that cold. It'll still be warm, but not like we've got not this oppressive heat that we've got now.
No.
Very quickly as well, and what is this temperature doing to the sea temperature? Because obviously we're talking about how the sea temperature holds its temperature. What's it doing to that?
It's warm. The nearest accurate measurement I've got for it is from the Seven Stones light vessel, and it was about 18.8 degrees yesterday, which is very, very warm.
Beautiful.
It's normally about 16, 17 maximum, 15 sort of average at this time of year, but higher if it's nice. So it is warm. It's lovely, perfect. I mean, if you want to go in for a dip to cool down, it's not as icy as it usually is.
No.
That
Yeah,
sounds lovely.
Even on mainland Cornwall, it's sitting the same sort of temperatures between, like Jane said, between 17.5 up to 19 degrees. That's really warm.
Yeah.
And it should hold these temperatures for quite a while now as well.
Yeah. That beach behind me in the picture is just 100 yards down the road from me.
Perfect. It looks lovely. Well, myself and my other half, Els, went for a swim a couple of days ago in the ocean. I must say, at Gillen Face Beach, I said it once before, I'll say it again. As busy as it was, everyone was very well spaced. I was genuinely so impressed with everyone. And people know me, I don't say that very, very often.
I was going to say,
so lovely and warm.
We've got a shout out from from Amy, Hannah, and Penny from Kernow Weather Team. All just saying hello on the Mixcloud.
Fantastic. Hello to you all. Lovely to have you on the show. Thank you. But yeah, in the ocean, it was lovely. Like you said, it wasn't as icy, but it was just enough to cool down. I felt so much better, even just for 5 minutes. It was so lovely. And if you can, guys, I would highly recommend it. If you really are struggling, if you can get yourself in just a slightly cool, even if it's just a cooler bath, it really does help. So do what you can. Stay safe out there, guys. Now,
you can't get in the sea. A cold shower's good as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Start off warm and just reduce the temperature and get yourself cold,
One of the weird things about a shower, actually, I found is if you've got a shower, like many do now, with multiple points in the head for the the water, like the size of it coming out.
Water pressure type thing.
Yeah, if you put it on
shower,
the lighter
drain
setting,
shower.
I find it's much cooler as well. My other half switched it to the lighter setting, and I got in after, didn't realise it was on the lighter setting, but it was so lovely, absolutely. Dave, I want to come back to you now, because obviously I had the pleasure of meeting yourself and the lovely Hannah in person last week over at the Chaos Farm. We obviously pre-recorded a feature we were working on. Jane, I think we need to find an excuse to come explore the island soon. That would be lovely.
I do.
Any recommendations for people coming to visit?
Absolutely. I mean, basically, you can go anywhere. See the beach behind me. That was about just before lunch one day, and there's hardly anyone on it. It's busy this time of year in the summer. When I say it's busy, there's probably about a couple of dozen people on it, and it's about 100 yards long, so that's busy for us. And wherever you go, wherever you go on the island, you can find a beach with no one on it.
Oh, that sounds like
You might have
heaven.
to watch
Does sound like
it, but
heaven.
you can. So it's nice. But certainly, I mean, there's lots to do over here. There's walking around the islands, there's boat trips to the other islands. If you just come over on a day trip, you can still enjoy it, because you can have a quick wander around St Mary's, get out of the town and have a look at the countryside and the sea. So, there's plenty to do. And certainly, I mean, it'd be nice to have you come over here.
I think that's something we have to talk to management about.
Oh, do the whole show from the Isles of Scilly?
Yeah, why not?
that's
Literally, while we're
fine.
swimming.
Why not?
I'll be in just to be swimming shorts, but I'll still have me lanyard on just in case.
Yeah, I'm not going in swimming on camera, because it'd be like a whale going in.
Oh, don't worry. If I go in there, they'll be confusing me with Wally the Walrus, so we'll move on from that one. Dave, Jane, obviously from the Kernow Weather Team, as always, thank you so much for your time today. Guys at home, please be sure to follow the Kernow Weather Team on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Dave and Jane, thank you so much for coming on the show. We'll see you again next week.
Take care.
later,
See
people.
you soon.
Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you, and you too.
Thank you.
So there you go. You've got some rain coming, but hopefully not too much.
That's very loud.
I can tell. Yeah, we've got something going on in the background here. It's very
Don't know
loud.
what it
So we're
is.
going to cut out for you guys
They're
now and
cutting
give
down
you some
sort
music.
of tree, or
I don't know.
definitely a chainsaw of some description.
Something's coming down
It's like vroom,
somewhere.
vroom, vroom.
Music time. See you in a minute.